Landing a job at Google, Meta, or Netflix is supposed to be the ultimate finish line. You survive the grueling coding interviews, you post the obligatory LinkedIn update, and suddenly, everyone thinks your life is set. You've made it into FAANG. But if you talk to the engineers inside these campuses late at night, you hear a completely different story. They describe a heavy, quiet ache. It's a feeling that despite the free gourmet food, the prestige, and the massive stock options, they are completely trapped. Welcome back to the show. I'm AK. Today, we are looking inside the golden cage, and I want to show you why climbing the tech ladder often becomes a psychological trap. You see, we've been culturally conditioned to mistake our survival engine, the job we do for stability and money, with our true identity. And to cope with the immense pressure of big tech, our brain plays a trick on us. It gaslights us into believing, no, this FAANG title is who I am. This is my passion. But deep down, a lot of engineers are trapped in what I call a confused state. They are running on a forced purpose, chasing promotions they don't actually care about, while their true passion sits on the back burner. To understand how this trap tightens at every single level, I want to tell you the story of two engineers who started at the exact same company on the exact same day, but ended up in two completely different universes. Let's go back a few years. Imagine the sprawling Meta campus in Menlo Park. Two 23-year-old engineers walk through the front doors on their first day. Let's call them Ryan and Sean. Both of them were hired as entry-level software engineers, what big tech calls an L3 or E3 role. They received their identical high-end laptops, their shiny corporate badges, and an initial base salary of around $130,000 plus equity. On paper, their starting lines were exactly the same. During the first year, they both felt the intense pressure to perform. They had to learn a massive code base, push code, and prove they belonged. But as they transitioned into Level 4 senior software engineer, their mindsets split completely. Ryan wanted the validation. Every day, he watched the Level 6 managers and Level 7 directors. He listened to them talk about system design, impact metrics, and career growth. Ryan didn't actually care about ad optimization algorithms, but his brain told him, well, I work here now. This must be my identity. Ryan tied 100% of his self-worth to his performance reviews. To keep up, he started staying late, checking Slack at 11 p.m., and bringing his laptop to bed on weekends. He was rewarded for it, hitting L4 quickly. His compensation jumped to $220,000. But his mind was completely fried. He told himself, this is the grind. This is my passion. But Sean took a completely different path. Sean respected the company. He was a brilliant coder, hit his deliverables, and was an excellent teammate. He eventually hit Level 5 staff engineer, which is the terminal level at most FAANG companies, the level where you can comfortably stay for the rest of your career, making upwards of $350,000 a year. But inside his mind, Sean had a razor-sharp boundary. He looked at his FAANG job as a highly efficient financial engine, not his life's purpose. The job existed to fund his life, give him massive financial security, and buy him freedom. But it wasn't who he was. Sean's true passion was building independent mobile apps and game design. When the clock struck 5 p.m. on the campus, the contrast between the two men became undeniable. Ryan, now desperate to hit Level 5 and then Level 6, would stay at his desk until 8 p.m. He volunteered for late-night on-call shifts, sweating over system metrics to impress a director who barely knew his name. Ryan was running entirely on a forced purpose, trading his sanity for stock options. Sean, on the other hand, would close his laptop and walk out the door exactly at 5. He didn't do this because he was lazy. He did this because he had an appointment with his true self. When Sean got home, he didn't crash on the couch to numb out. He took a break, made a simple dinner, and then sat at his desk. From 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., just one single hour, Sean worked on his own indie mobile games. He wrote his own code, designed his own assets, and owned 100% of the intellectual property. For Sean, that 1 hour didn't feel like work. It felt like oxygen. It gave him the raw creative energy that the corporate grind drained out of him. Now, let's fast forward to the present day. If you look inside a corner conference room, Ryan has finally made it. He is a level 6 senior staff engineer. His total compensation is staggering nearly $500,000 a year. But look closely at his life. The golden handcuffs are tighter than they have ever been. He bought an expensive home in Silicon Valley with a massive mortgage. His lifestyle inflated to match his salary, and he is completely miserable. He experiences chronic burnout, anxiety, and an overwhelming sense of emptiness. He spends his weekends dreading Monday morning. He feels completely trapped because he built a golden cage around his life. If he steps away from FAANG, his entire identity and lifestyle collapse. But if you look at Sean's corporate profile, it says inactive. Sean quietly resigned a year ago. Over those years, Sean's 1 hour a night had quietly multiplied. 1 hour a day became 7 hours a week. 7 hours a week became thousands of hours over a career. While Ryan was managing corporate politics, Sean was mastering his own craft. Slowly, one of Sean's indie games started gaining traction on the App Store. First a few thousand downloads, then a few million. It started making a small side income, which grew until it consistently covered his baseline living expenses. The day his independent passion could pay his bills, Sean smiled, handed in his meta badge, and walked off the campus for the last time. Sean didn't wait for his FAANG job to magically become fulfilling. He kept the safety net as long as he needed it, but he built his exit strategy right next to it, 1 hour at a time. The reason I am telling you this story is because so many people are climbing a career ladder like Ryan, but begging for Sean's freedom. Whether you work at a FAANG company, a startup, or a standard 9-to-5, you cannot blame your boss, your salary, or your bills for keeping you stuck. Your day job is an absolute necessity right now to provide financial stability, and you should respect it for that. It's your engine, but you have to stop giving it your soul. If you want to break out of the golden cage, you need to implement the 1 hour rule. Tonight, when you log off, put your phone away, close the corporate laptop, and sit down in silence. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I love to do so much that I would do it for free, just because it makes me feel alive? Whether it is building your own software, writing, designing, or starting a side venture, give it just 1 hour of your time every single day. Do it consistently. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you have zero motivation. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow to be free. You just need to stop lying to yourself about who you really are. Keep your day job to survive, but use your evenings to build your future. If this story resonated with you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment about what your true passion is, and share this with someone who is currently trapped inside the golden cage. Let's stop living a forced purpose. Let's start building something real. I'm AK, and I'll see you in the next story.